It's like here I am with I've got a Link to the Past and Mystic Quest and no Super Nintendo yet. It's baffling.
I'm just looking over here and I'm like, well, where's your Super Nintendo at? And I remember that you don't have one.
I don't have one yet.
Because when we did Goof Troop, I had to bring mine.
You had to bring over yours because Will over here is like, I don't have one just yet.
Hey, at least it's better and more reliable than that PS2. That cost me over $200.
Go ahead and let these folks know what we're going on here. Oh, we're fighting Brock, so who cares?
So here's what happens. Like, if you guys have ever seen, there's two models of a PlayStation 2. You got a fat one and you got a slim one. The thing is, with a slim, is the lasers a lot closer than the disc than it would be in a fat. And what ended up happening is when I'd be playing games, and unbeknownst to me, because it never made any noise.
Never made any noise, never did anything, and we never picked up on it until Persona 3.
It would, when you were playing, and I did not know this, so you gotta remember, because I would be playing games all the time, I would never even give it a second thought, because why would your disc get damaged? So I just never cared to look, because I bought all my games brand new, so when they're all brand new, you assume that if you put it into a console and you take it out, put it in the case, it should be perfect. Well, I had a marathon run of Final Fantasy, which I did beat, thank God. Had a marathon run of a couple other games, so on and so forth.
Marathon runs of Persona 3.
And so we were looking at Persona 3 one day because it was really odd because it kept taking forever.
The intro would take, your intro would take forever to load. Mine would load up instantly. And once you got past that, everything was okay. And we were kind of like, well, what the hell is, why is this? So we look at the disc.
There's a circle that was getting burnt around the outside of the disc. It's like if you take a disc, go about halfway down the disc, that's where the burn would be. And it burns layers because obviously the disc laser moves, and it would be just a strip of just complete.
It's what PlayStation 2, old PS2 users would know as the Ring of Death.
So I noticed this with Persona 3, and I never even crossed my mind that, hey, maybe you should check other games, because I assumed that it was just Persona 3. So I got home, I think it was 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights ago, and I was doing my college expenses, looking everything up. And I was like, all right, cool, man. Well, I got some free money. I wonder if I was going to do some shopping and get some brand new games. I was going to get Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3 because they have the HD collection on the 360 and it's good. So I went in and I started looking through my games. So I was like, let me take out my PS1 games. I own games like Brave Fencer Musashi, Energize, really kind of decently rare games. They're not rare, but they cost like $30, $40.
Let's say for being older games costing that much.
All wrecked.
All ringed.
Every one of them. I only have like, out of the, I think it was 30 PlayStation 1 games I have, or 25, somewhere in that realm, over half of them had the Ring of Death on it. So I took them all out, and I went on to Amazon, and you gotta remember, I try to get complete games as much as I can.
We're collectors like that.
So when I have to do my damages, I just get the disc this time. So I was just looking at bare minimum costs, which could be bad condition disc, whatever, and it came out to be over, right now it was at 180 until Will gave me 2 of my games back tonight, and they were both had.
They are both had, so that's about another
$20-$30.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating because thank God I didn't get Ogre Battle. I never played Ogre Battle. I'm so glad I never let Ogre Battle
near that one.
Yeah.
And I had like 2 PS2s. One of them belonged to somebody out there.
Yeah.
And they gave it to me and completely forgot. So I was like, whatever, fuck, I'll take it. And the funny thing is, a lot of you probably know this, there are actually some PS2 games that only play on the PS2 Bulk and not the PS2 Slim. One of those games is Xenosaga, a game that I really wanted to play ever since I saw a top 10 list that showed me what Albedo was, and I was like, dude, this guy alone makes me want to play this game. Bought 1 copy, tried playing it, wouldn't read. Okay, figured it was dead. Bought another copy. Bought 2 copies of Xenosaga. Put it in. Still wouldn't read. Like, what the hell's going on? I would take it over to Hastings, have them, clean it, still wouldn't work. Come to find out, go on, it's one of those games that only works on a PS2 Bulk, not a Slim. So I had to go out of my way to buy a Bulk, and that's all I've really been using because, it's been decent.
Best,
and I just had mine just in the closet. I'm like, dude, just take mine, whatever. And there we go. Like, there was a time with Persona 3, because you're waiting for your new copy to come in, where we would literally, like, when he would use my PS2 Slim, which doesn't ring doesn't destroy disc, we would have to put my copy of Persona 3 in, let it start up, get him to a certain point where I could take mine out, put his in, and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Because it's only... That ring is for the startup.
Yeah.
The minute you get past the startup, for whatever reason, the laser itself doesn't burn anything else. It's only when it's trying to start the game up. And that's why they call it the Ring of Death, because if you can't start it up, then that's it.
Yeah.
But the minute you can get one of the discs to be read, you can put in the Ring of Death disc, and it'll read just fine, and it'll play just fine. There are no problems. It's only trying to start it up, and that's just what blew my mind about it.
It's never dawned on me, because Jumping Flash 2 took forever to get to the title screen. All these games taking forever to get to title screens, but then after that, nothing would happen, so you would never assume that there was something wrong
You would
with
just
it.
think that it's your PS2 getting a little old, you might have to get a new one. You know, you wouldn't think that it's because, hey, my disc is destroyed. You know, that's the last thing. You know, not everybody after playing a game takes it out and immediately checks the back to look for damages. You don't expect there to be any damages ever, unless you hear weird noises coming from it, and it never did.
Never did. It made noises like it was reading, but that's typical. Like
That's typical.
Sounds loud.
I mean, even Xbox 360s, the newer version, are going to make those kind of sounds, because that's the sounds everything makes when it's trying to read something.
So then, what I'm doing right now is the first game I got was I'm going down the list of my favorites, because some of them are games I probably won't replace for a while because they're not that good. But I got my first copy of Digimon Digital Card Battle, which I finally got complete this time, so it cost me $50 to get that.
and it's like he said, you know, he's going in order of what his favorites are. I mean, we don't hesitate to say that of every single PlayStation 1 game out there, that game is our all-time favorite.
It's one of the best games I've
ever played. I mean, that easily one of the best we've ever played.
But so that's what I'm doing right now with my money, besides college and everything, which is also another reason why I don't assume that I'll be replacing them all at all anytime soon, is because of so on and so forth. But here's the cool thing, though, with this channel, going in the direction that it's going, is that now the cost to replace this stuff, hopefully down the line, shouldn't be that bad.
Shouldn't be that bad, and can be paid out with the videos.
And it'll be for the channel too, so it doesn't make it nearly as bad.
And this is where we could literally go out of our way and say that if you have a request of what you guys want us to play, do it. Now we feel like we can afford to do it. You know, it's not like we're anticipating, dude, we're getting like $1,000 checks now.
No.
Fuck no. But every little bit counts. You know, and because of that, we're actually able to go out of our way and buy games, whether we may like it or not. We don't give a shit. It's for the channel. So seriously, if you have a serious request of a game you want us to play, you know, I mean, chances are we're already going to do it. I can already hear a lot of people, dude, Budokai 3. Yes, we're going to do it. The Tenkaichi series, we're going to do it. Sagas, we started it. We're going to do it. Everything DBZ, we're going to play. You can guarantee that. This whole channel is DBZ. I mean, we get it. We love DBZ. We will do it. Okay, but anything else not DBZ related, chances are we will go over our way to play it anyways, but give us your requests. And yes, we will plan on doing Sonic 06.
It's even just for that music.
Yeah.
Because simply put, when I watched the Game Grumps do it, I've always had an inkling to do it ever since.
I've just always had an inkling to do it because, you know, Sonic 06 came out when I didn't have an Xbox 360, and I heard people bashing it left and right, and I never went out my way to go play it because I only wanted to play good games back then. And that was also around the time where I kind of wasn't playing games anymore. It wasn't until I played BioShock and Mass Effect that I found the love of gaming again. But ever since then, you know, I mean, I've always been more playing Sonic 1 and 2 and 3 on the Sega, and not really much after that. I mean, it took me until like 3 months ago to finally play Sonic Colors, which is a really fun game. You know, I can't really call myself a huge Sonic fan, but I've always, especially the past year or so, ever since I played Sonic Generations, you know, I was like, you know what? I need to play 06 to see how bad it truly is. You know, and I mean, we know it's bad, but we want to do it anyways. We love playing bad games. We don't know why.
So I was going to check with you because it was kind of something I ran into the other day. I was playing Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles on my PSP.
Oh, yeah?
Which is Rondo of Blood.
Yeah.
Is Rondo of Blood the one that's supposed to have the torpedo wearing like fucking.
Oh no,
devil guy.
I don't think so.
That?
I think that's Dracula X.
Which is confusing because that's the game I was playing was Dracula X, and the ending is the same thing that as Symphony of the Night. It's the first fight. Richter goes against Dracula.
Yeah.
He steps off the thing, comes out. You hit him. He does the fire cake thing and the energy balls. Then he transforms into the
Dracula X and Rondo of Blood are two different games. That's why.
So, because Rondo of Blood's a collectible you can get on there.
Yeah,
so.
no, I mean, we'll explain it more in the next part because we are going to be doing another audio recording.
Castlevania rules.
Oh, yeah.
See you guys next time.